So if we go back to verse 5 in our passage, and again, God tells Moses at the end of that to take off his sandals. But God also gives a reason why Moses needed to take off his sandals. And so it says, for the place on which you are standing is holy ground. Now, have you ever thought about that? Right? Why would the ground be holy? Right? We know that God is holy. We've established that God is holy. But why would the ground be holy? And see, this also tells us something about God's holiness as well. And so just to put it very succinctly, according to one author, David Thompson, and so he says this, now we see that God reveals himself as a holy God who is capable of making the ground holy by virtue of his presence. This is a very important biblical point because God is able to make ground into holy ground. He is able to make the city of Jerusalem holy. He is able to make the promised land a holy land habitation. He is also able to make a mountain, a holy mountain, by virtue of his presence. Now, if God can make dirt holy, think what he is capable of doing with an unholy and dirty life. If God can transform unholy places into holy places, he can certainly transform unholy people into holy people. Again, the point is this: the ground itself was just plain ground, ordinary ground. That is until God's presence arrived. Right? God capable of making the ground holy by virtue of his presence. And what that does, which is an important point then to make, is that holiness is not about location. It is about God's presence. That wherever it may be, if the presence of the Lord is there, right, then it is holy.